there's Roy all hooked up and ready to go. Heading to Alaska. We camped just out of Muncher Lake last night, just before Muncher Lake. Breakfast after all already this morning. It was a bit chilly here last night. You can see why right there. Camped in Simpson Lake campground last night. We just finished packing up after fishing in Long Lake.
How old is fish up?
Nice and quiet out.
Here's a squaw and a lake trout.
No,
Bull
it's
trout.
Bull trout.
Oops. Just a little one. We all got bigger ones than this, but she kept this one. Marg and Bubby was fish that Roy and I caught.
Oh, bull. Packing up after fishing that Simpson, on Simpson. Got one jackfish and one lake trout.
And this is a fish that I caught and I'm letting my wife hold.
Don't lie again.
She cheated, used my outfit. It's a lake trout. Very uncommon for us.
We're still camped at Simpson Lake. Probably one more night.
No, it would be a wise idea, and you can get electronic shut-offs now
We're still at Simpson
for
Lake.
propane bottles, and that's what I should do.
Oh, are they, oh, you don't want
Electronic shut off.
to heat up
Yeah.
some water in 2 pans
You
out
can
here?
get an
Seals
electronic
are pretty
switch,
bad
hook
here.
up to
We got water hot, Mark.
12 volt, that'll shut her off.
That's smart?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
For when, like when you're
Like,
traveling,
say
So
you're
I'll go and
traveling
get my,
yeah, you'll automatically shut it off.
that you would just flip the switch and it shuts it off. Because yeah, if you roll.
And we knew that that was filling up with dust because we stopped at one point and just about died when we looked in there.
This is looking up the Tungston Road along the Nahanni Range. We just drove up here today to see what was up here along this road.
Boy, is it dry.
Lots of snow in the mountains yet.
Hey, Roy, we gotta see. I want her with the fish for sure. But if I put,
Okay, there you got
There
her.
you
with
got
the-
her.
Right there.
you
Now
want her
you're
with the
covering
fish?
the license plate. Get away from
that's
the license plate, you two. She wants the license plate.
No, I want.
Jesus, that's
There.
there.
Oh, make up your mind.
Hold the fish over.
Okay, now get that beer out of your face. Okay, now I want just a second now. Okay, you got your. Oh no, Roy, how can I see your face if you got? Yeah, that's
Can't
better.
look in the sun.
Okay.
That's
Now I want you to
good.
look at me and say sex.
Oh my God, I don't
Say
know.
sex.
It's been so long
Sex.
since we've had that.
Okay, we'll take another one. That was a lengthwise one. I'll take another. Do you want to take some?
You're on.
It automatically forwarded it. Okay, I just, you see, I don't want to get, what I really want to do is get a stump over there because, see, I'll get it lined up. Just relax and I won't take it without you getting ready.
Hold it beside you, Marg.
Yeah, that's better.
We want it where we can see it.
Yeah. And then look at us. That's better. Don't look so serious as if you're lying, because you are lying when you said you caught it.
Now,
I'm just
big smile, come on.
telling everybody that you caught it
Good.
just to make me feel good.
We stayed at Boyle Lake last night. Now we're heading for Kinniscan Lake. We were out fishing and a storm blew in. Just made it into the trailer. This is right up in front of our trailer. Roy is still out there somewhere.
Where'd the other fish? Well, there's our occupied sign.
Yeah, it blew off.
Did you get it coming in here, Mom?
About an hour later, the storm's over and the sun's out. We put our limit no timing, really late. We're just packed up, ready to leave for the stand. Stewart, DC, is setting up camp here on the gravel, or just in town. There's a ball tournament going on, so everything's full. This is pretty close to park anyway.
pull all the dirt away from today, isn't it?
We're still in the Maziadin campground. Been here for 2 nights. Really fills up at night and then you leave in the morning. We're just packing up ready to leave Maziadin. Nice campground. It's kind of windy and fishing was friendly. This is the Rainbow Inn Trailer Park in Terrace. We've been in here for 3 nights now. Just packing up ready to leave.
Early Bird is your summer project headquarters. See your flyer for great live sale savings like a 2x4-foot double and wood skylight just $116.49. Be cool with the Early Bird Van Combo Pack. 4-inch personal van and a 12-inch 3-speed oscillating fan. Both just 20.
Coming up, I'll tell you why you have not seen Reba McEntire out there in the concert trail recently, and you didn't see much of her at fanfare this year.
And Prince Rupert. We're having long sleep. We're just pulling into the campground at Prince Rupert. We just got off the ferry in Queen Charlotte Islands.
Pretty obedient dog.
Yeah.
So that's why we're looking.
I've got one of those things too. Hey, you were good to meet us.
Where did Don go fishing? I wonder how wet that stuff is down there.
That'll be fun. You'd be better off. I'll take my pickup if you want.
part of the kelp that washes up.
I'd like to get that big one out there. And then we'll dump them out in the net.
Better not lose them.
No, they won't.
Huh?
They won't move.
Let them get away, Roy.
They won't go very fast. He just having to look around here.
Holy cats, look at Hey, went over his waders.
I think you did too, did ya?
Huh?
You too?
Oh, yeah.
I had to leave my fly open and let the water up.
Holy shit!
Fish pop was here. There's some, I got quite a few small.
The water's coming in.
Water's coming up.
And this is Ray in the shower. And Vi's helping him out a little bit. No peeking, Vi. The rest of us can't peek.
You can't see
Hi.
How's it, Ray?
Christ. I don't think this goddamn water we got here is no cleaner than the other stuff. Woo! Don't laugh, I'm showering.
Whatever you do, don't drop the soap, eh?
We forgot the most important thing, a towel.
Oh, look at that, a clothesline.
I laughed.
Wait a minute. Here's my glasses, put them in your coat pocket. Yeah, what am I going to do with the soap now? All the soap.
Put it on the floor.
I can't bend over and get that.
I gotta try and hold this camera still.
Poking with this thing.
Hey, we can all peek now, Marg.
Holy Christ! I'm not even taking my shorts off, you guys.
Take them off. Nobody's looking.
Mom.
But I got another one here, but I gotta cut it. It's too long. This one here will live.
Quite a bit of movement in the tent at the bottom down there. What are you doing? You on the floor?
Started yet.
I don't think it will.
I don't trust you.
That'll help my arms anyway.
I'll hold it when you get
Yeah, I'll hold it here. There you go, Ray.
That's all different.
Mix it up, Roy. Just bring it
Here,
right
now
up.
here's my pen. How do I get this thing running?
Pull the knot straight out.
Woo! See, that's nice.
Here's something. A steel leader mark. I bet I dropped it out yesterday. I think.
Hey, you know.
Keep your hair under
Where's that one? Is that twist
You
open?
gotta
That's
bend
the bad
down
one, I
right. You
think.
can't.
Oh, the door's open!
He's got knobs all the way up. Where's the door?
Get up! Yeah, this thing won't work. I gotta get on my knees.
I know, that's what it's
I haven't taken my shorts off.
Will you hurry up?
Yeah, Roy and I are getting tired.
Oh, wait a minute. I gotta put some
I can
pan
hold it
shoe
here.
in. Oh,
Unless I move forward. No, it shouldn't move forward.
I'm shampooing now.
You want some Javex?
Your turn next, Doc.
Right.
You're next, though.
Hey, you fill the water.
Pretty good idea, is it?
Oh, yeah, it's warm.
Want those crabs in there yet?
Is the water boiling?
Pretty close.
Let's throw a bucket full over the top. Scratch your back with a couple of them, Ray.
Make sure it's salt water so we have to wash it.
Did you get him?
Yeah?
Did you get him?
Yeah, after a while. I thought about it. As soon as I did that, out eating. I said, she's up there holding the tarp.
She ain't holding the top.
Margaret, get down from there and quit peeking.
One aisle.
You should hold the camera above there.
Get out of here, I'll turn this water over the top. Hi. Woman? Woman? No.
He said they've got a 19-year-old and a 15-year-old.
There I am. Thanks, Rod. Get on it.
Guys are gonna try fixing the nose over there. We can get out there.
my stick is breaking or something's
Turn
breaking.
him around. The other way I get now.
That's the ugly side.
Okay, that's good. It's about 40 pounds.
And that's the guy. And that's the only bone they got done. Oh, down the backbone, eh? Is there? No, this is. The end of it's right behind you, Don.
This fits on the skin side, no more skin.
Oh, okay. Look at this for fish, Mark. Great meat. And there's no bones in it. No bones.
This back take off close to the head. Yeah, they damn sure are. You're gonna enjoy the fillets.
What are we having for supper?
Whatever you guys want.
Probably gonna have one of these.
Fillets? Now what do we do? Roll them over?
Don't forget his cheeks.
Oh,
I don't know what you take for.
Not out of them.
Oh yeah, you guys mushed them up, didn't you?
Fire right here.
Oh, that's a nice company, isn't it?
It's amazing how hard they are to kill.
Yeah,
How you doing there?
Hello.
that's the cheek.
What is going to do with those?
Only one half of them.
Well, the other half is small.
Smaller. Yeah.
Oh, this is smaller? Does this side got guts on it too, John? Yeah. You can see it.
You guys are going to have to haul the rest of them to the dump? Yeah, said you guys said you clean them in the water.
Got them or something?
Put them in the water.
Really tough. That's got to be a few pounds up, so he can look sideways. And try to gut him out. But you wouldn't have known where the guts went. We'd have ran out of gut pretty quick. little filling in my book. That's about it, eh? You want us good? You want some foil to put them on down?
I'll go get some.
Crow Hill was closed.
All right.
We're out digging for clowns. We're doing pretty good this morning. See all the digging.
That one will be gone. What you do, Don, is you dig there and I'll wait for the bugger to come out here. Where the hell did he go? How do you cook them then, guys? You just boil them?
Actually, we make a soup.
Blue Pacific. The reason they call this the Blue Pacific is because it's not the Red Pacific.
Tails in the sky too. Just half an hour ago there, they are above us. You know what that means?
Not a working one, isn't it? We don't know either.
Were you?
Not on our time, it's on Ray's, I guess, but that's alright. We can always walk.
I hear saws going. That's
Yeah.
why they're fighting.
Decides that one
that
up there,
one?
Margaret.
Oh, yeah.
Three.
Wait, peek around the corner.
Camera won't work in
Just
there.
get backwards in there.
Camera won't work in there.
I know.
Something come out of its den.
Get backwards in there, we'll
Probably a coon in there.
have a picture of it. No, no, it's well, we think they don't, but boy, they do.
Woman!
Ray. God, what is it?
Big in my den.
This is the golden spruce.
It's fairly yellow.
Yeah, you can see what.
We're just gonna have our lunch at Sandspit.
Now it's boiled.
took pictures all the way, didn't they?
Yeah, we had some all the way through here, and you could hear all the dishes rattling away come through.
Yeah, you can see them flying
Yeah,
here.
you sure can. On the road in Gray Bay. Boy,
Thank you for the commentary.
Okay, you guys talk.
we're still on the road to Gray Bay. There's nothing at Gray Bay, but it's beautiful.
But
It's
they're old.
gorgeous.
This is Gray Bay.
What are you doing, Rick?
Or you're never ready.
Got her, Mom? Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Notches in the stump.
Notches in the stump, the growth in the other tree don't take it.
The cedar.
Isn't that cute?
This is the bean. South Moresby Island.
Jumped again.
War. This is something he wrote in 1945 about his years of travels between the First and Second World War, I suppose. My own traveling days.
Just retexted today.
273.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, that's a lot more road than I thought it was.
Yeah, well, I guess, yeah, we didn't backtrack much, did we?
Not much, no. Just at Port Clemens.
Yeah. That's right.
All the movie cameras.
Yeah, I wonder what the marks are. There's marks.
What?
Up and ready. Roll it down. Heading for the ferry. Sun's coming over Toll Hill. The wind is still blowing and the ocean is still rolling. Taking on. Trees are covered with moss and shingles. We just got into the ferry dock, ready to leave, go across the bridge.
Emergency. Passengers are requested to obey the instructions of the officer of the group to obey fully trained safety procedures. Careful and trailer owners are reminded that home
Just pulling out the sleep.
Yeah, they're just on the next deck up, sitting in the sun.
Oh, he does, yeah. Yeah, they're up to where we were before he cuts across.
Except we were on the west side.
Yeah, you can see there, Don, when we went the other day.
There's someone up here too. Guy, he forked horns and then about that long a time.
Yeah, he had to put 4 or 5 points on him.
Oh, was that right?
Yeah.
Which way did they go, Ray? I saw one, but he was just.
He was just going in the bush, but we could see he had a good rack on him.
Were they forked like a mule deer, or they?
Gosh, my supplies depleted.
Is it? Well, you've been sipping on it pretty heavily.
We need some
Good
Coors.
breakfast out there. Yeah.
Well, I thought you were away.
Just got off the ferry in Prince Rupert. Morristown RV Park. We've been here a couple of days now. Hold it around, move it around, they finally got a big one, 29 pounds.
That's enough. Maybe we should wipe him off here, Mummy. He's slimy.
Doesn't like flying. Hasn't learned to fly.
I think he has, right?
Oh yeah, he's
Just pulled into Hungry Creek, or past Hungry Creek. Pulled in this road. Nice place to camp for the night. The little bird was playing around here.
I'm gonna hitch up my mule, take her home from my line. I can't get bothered with all those old hard times. I'll go ahead and take one thing. He smiled there where he lay. Hey ho, but one cricket flew while I by my own son. Think you have left me alone.
Damn.
What happened?
Oh, the truck. Are you okay?
Yeah, not too bad.
Help me look for the rest of the guys.
Where's everybody?
I don't know. Beaker's dead. And Mills is unconscious.
Dead.
Help the rest of the guys. They're all over the place here. Okay.
What about this leg? She's bleeding bad and it's fractured.
Forget the leg. Continue AR. He's got a pulse. See you later.
help me! Over here!
Brown. How you doing? You're gonna be okay now, buddy. Put your hands back. Put your hands back. Okay, here. Put your hand on here. Put your hand on here. Press. Press.
Hey, Greg! I got you on breathing! We ain't gonna lose this one!
Greg, keep an eye on him. Go. Okay. Brown, hold on to your leg. I'm gonna move you.
Jack! How you feeling?
Oh, my arm!
Your arm here?
Yes.
Okay.
seem to have a fracture here, okay? We're just gonna splint it here quick. We're gonna stick it in your shirt, okay? Bring your arm back. You keep holding on to your arm. Bring it back. That's good, that's good. Hold on to your arm now.
0, this is 7.
Okay, we're gonna...
0, this is 7. 0, this is 7.
We're telling everybody else. Seem to be doing all right. Okay, can you move your hand? Good, good. Okay, hold on to your arm again.
Zero, this is 7. 0, this is 7. A message over.
7, this
is 0. 7, this is 0. Send your message, over.
How's that? Okay, we're going back, okay? Let's go backwards.
7. We have a motor vehicle accident at grid 154 for 9002. We have 6 injured and 1 dead, over.
Okay, buddy.
7, this is 0. Acknowledge grid reference 154-902.
How's your breathing?
1 dead, 6 injured.
Okay.
Air medevac will be dispatched. ETA your location 20 minutes, over.
Roger, out.
Even during a carefully planned and coordinated military field exercise, things can go wrong. This 2.5-ton truck plunged into a ditch, rolled, and pitched its load of soldiers in all directions. Help is remote. There are multiple casualties. Move carefully. Assess hazards. The vehicle may not be stable. If the engine is running, turn off the ignition. Be alert for the smell of spilled fuel. Assess your own injuries, neck, back. Shock may produce dizziness or nausea. Control your own superficial bleeding with an improvised bandage. You must take charge of the situation. Remain calm. Organize your approach. You may be a little unsteady. Move carefully. Locate and assess each casualty for life-threatening injuries. Be systematic. Call out to the casualty, but do not move him. There may be a neck injury. Always check first for breathing. Look, listen, and feel. Assess the pulse. Is it weak, irregular, or rapid? Get whatever supplies are available. This unconscious but breathing casualty must be put in the recovery position because you are alone and must attend to others. However, if the event suggests a neck injury, first apply a cervical collar. This improvised collar is made from 2 soft caps rolled up in a triangular bandage. A casualty should be moved only when there is a risk of further injury. It is obvious that this casualty must be moved. Although explosions are actually quite rare, there is a danger. If the truck were to shift, it would crush him. Use a drag carry. Get a good grip on his clothing, support his head and neck, and drag him to safety. Roll him into the recovery position. Be sure that he is braced to guard against rolling forward or backward. Locate the next casualty. Even though these injuries appear to be fatal, assess breathing and pulse. Take your time. Be thorough. Breathing may be very shallow. If there is no breathing and no pulse, and you conclude that there is nothing you can do, don't waste time.
Damn.
An important part of accident scene management, particularly when there are multiple casualties, is to recruit help. Enlist one of the other casualties if he is well enough to be of assistance. In other circumstances, you could recruit help from bystanders. Remember, you are in charge. Give directions clearly. Accident scene management is a matter of determining priorities and making judgments. Use your first aid skills and your common sense. When a casualty has multiple injuries, what do you do first? The priorities are stopped breathing, severe bleeding, and unconsciousness. Delay treatment for all other injuries until you have made a primary assessment of these 3 life-threatening conditions.
Look for the rest of the guys. Where's everybody? I don't know. Beaker's dead and Mills is unconscious. Dead? Help the rest of the guys. You're all over the place here.
This casualty is unconscious. He's not breathing and has an open fracture of the lower leg. Leave the fracture for the time being and direct your assistants to continue AR.
Forget the leg. Continue AR.
Use the jaw thrust without head tilt method of opening the airway in case of a neck injury.
See you later.
If your assistant doesn't know the techniques of AR, he can still be useful. Direct him to search for other casualties, to monitor an unconscious casualty, to collect and secure any personal effects, and to get help. Severe loss of blood can lead to shock, unconsciousness, and death. Locate the wound. Maintain direct pressure using the bare hand or any dressing that's available. An unconscious casualty may vomit, and often does when breathing is restored.
Hey, Greg! I got John breathing! We ain't gonna lose this one! Greg, keep an eye on him! Go get
Do not leave him unattended. Be alert and be prepared to respond to any changes in his condition. When the major bleeding wound has been bandaged, turn the casualty so that his lower body is elevated to help control blood flow. Take advantage of the uneven terrain. Elevating the feet and legs in this way will also help control shock. This casualty is breathing, conscious, and not bleeding, but he is suffering from severe shock.
Okay. Seem to have a fracture here, okay?
The secondary examination has confirmed the casualty's complaints. There is a fracture. Improvise a sling by carefully tucking the injured arm into the casualty's shirt.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts? Okay, we're gonna make it a little bit better here, buddy. We found everybody else.
An overbandage will provide some support and comfort.
Good. Good. Okay, hold on to your arm again. Straight on.
Talk to the casualty. Ask him to describe his symptoms. Reassure him as much as you can.
Back to the hospital in no time. Oh. How's that? Okay, we're gonna lie you back, okay?
With this casualty, shock is the primary concern. Elevate his feet and legs to help control shock.
How's your breathing?
When all casualties have been located and first aid for breathing, bleeding, and unconsciousness has been implemented, turn your efforts to getting medical aid. Be clear about your location. Give as much information as you can, the number of casualties and the nature of the injuries. Your responsibilities do not end when you know that help is on the way. An accident situation like this is even more complicated because of the time lag in the arrival of help. There is a lack of water and supplies. Weather is a factor. Heat, cold, or damp will aggravate conditions. Shock has been slowed by first aid, but it will increase as time passes. Continue to monitor all casualties. Make a thorough secondary examination of all casualties. First aid for secondary injuries would include splinting the leg fracture, treating minor cuts and abrasions, and protecting against sunburn or cold. Check the tightness of any bandages. Stay with the casualties and provide whatever comfort you can. Make careful note of the time, date, names of the casualties, their injuries, and the first aid given. Accident scene management is a matter of determining priorities and making judgments. Use your first aid skills and your common sense. Take charge of the situation. Identify yourself as a first aider. Survey the scene and assess hazards. Make the area safe for yourself and others. Call for help, organize bystanders, and alert emergency services. Systematically locate all casualties. Do not move casualties unless there is a risk of further injury. Assess injuries. First, deal with stopped breathing, severe bleeding, and unconsciousness. Ensure that medical aid is on the way. Treat other injuries, such as fractures and minor wounds. Always provide comfort and support. Monitor casualties until help arrives. Make notes. Hand over to medical aid. Your understanding of the priority action approach, your control of the situation, and your ability to make judgments and assess priorities can do much to preserve life, prevent further injury, and to promote recovery.
What happened?
Hey, my gun.
Keep pressure on it. Oh, it's dry. The bullet didn't go through. So rip your shirt. Okay, take your hand off. You have to put tape on it to make it stick.
take it easy. All right. Okay, just take it easy. There. Put the pressure back on. I'm going to help you sit up now. Okay, just relax. Put your hand up. Oh. Now, let me wipe your face. Okay, lean over there. Okay, I gotta do this. Okay, just relax. I'll go and get help.
When a casualty has suffered a penetrating chest wound, he may be panicky. He will be pale. His breathing will be distressed, shallow, and gasping. Usually, he will clutch the wound. Be sure to feel underneath the casualty for bleeding from an exit wound. Expose the wound. A sucking sound and the presence of air bubbles in the blood at the site of the wound are clear indications of damage to the lungs. Tell the casualty to seal the wound with his bare hand until you can assemble first aid supplies. Seal the wound with airtight material. Plastic wrap or foil is ideal. Tape the seal securely in place to prevent air from entering the chest cavity.
All right.
Ensure that the dressing is airtight.
There. Put the pressure back on. I'm going to help you sit up now.
Sit the casualty up. Breathing will be easier. Apply a St. John tubular sling to the arm on the injured side. Although the arm is not injured, the St. John tubular sling will give support to the chest wall and will transfer the weight of the upper limb to the uninjured side. This will help the casualty to be more comfortable. Watch the casualty closely. Pay particular attention to his breathing. If it becomes rapid and shallow and his condition deteriorates, a tension pneumothorax may have developed. This is a buildup of pressure within the chest cavity. Immediately loosen the seal on one side of the plastic wrap. This will relieve the pressure and his condition should improve. Prop the casualty in a semi-sitting position. Incline him toward the injured side to permit easier breathing. When you are sure that the casualty is stable, call for help. While awaiting transport to medical aid, do what you can to control shock. Keep the casualty warm. Provide comfort and support. Learn to recognize the signs and symptoms of a penetrating chest wound. The casualty will be pale. Breathing will be shallow, gasping. Examine the casualty for an exit wound. You may have two wounds to deal with. Seal the wound using the bare hand. Tape an airtight dressing securely in place. Sit the casualty up. Apply a St. John tubular sling. If his condition deteriorates, relieve the buildup of pressure by loosening the seal on one side of the airtight dressing. Incline the casualty to the injured side.
Okay, just relax, I don't get help.
Control shock. Get medical aid.
The dictionary defines the eye as the vertebrate organ of vision, either of a pair of hollow structures located in fixed, bony sockets of the skull, functioning together or independently. It takes very little to permanently impair vision or destroy sight. Learn to protect the eyes from hazards. Protect against glare. Wear dark glasses on bright days. Take care when using corrosive chemicals or aerosol sprays. Use safety glasses on the job, particularly when grinding, drilling, sawing, or cutting metal. Foreign particles in the eye result in irritation. Tears are nature's way of helping to flush the particles out. However, sometimes tears are not enough. Industrial accident statistics show that minor eye injuries are a greater problem on dusty or windy work sites. When a foreign particle enters the eye, irritation is immediate. There is an overwhelming impulse to rub the eye. Don't. This will only increase irritation. Pull the upper lid slightly out and down over the lower lid. The lashes will act as a brush and may dislodge or remove the particle. When it is necessary to examine the inner surfaces of the eye to locate and remove a particle, seat the casualty in a good light. Tilt his head back and direct him to look up, down, left, and right. To remove a loose particle from under the upper lid, place an applicator stick at the base of the upper lid and press the lid slightly backwards. Holding the eyelashes, draw the lid gently away from the eye, up and over the applicator stick. Roll the lid back over the applicator to expose the underside of the eyelid. Tell the casualty to look down. Remove the particle using the moist corner of a facial tissue or a clean cloth. Never use anything hard or sharp around the eye. Never use a cotton swab in the eye because the fibers can stick and cause greater irritation. To remove a loose particle from the inside of the lower lid, gently draw the lower eyelid down and outward. Direct the casualty to look up. Again, use the moist corner of a handkerchief or facial tissue. If these methods fail to locate and remove a particle, do not persist. Further action may aggravate the eye and cause more serious damage. Never attempt to remove a particle that's stuck to the eyeball. Get medical help. A momentary lapse can produce a serious situation. Chemicals in the eye will burn the delicate tissue and quickly cause permanent damage. Immediately flush the eye with clean, running water. Keep the eye open. Hold the eye open with the fingers if necessary. Continue to flush the eye for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Take care that the chemical is not washed into the good eye. Seek medical aid if pain persists. Most plants have industrial eye wash stations strategically located in areas where chemical spills may occur. Know where the nearest eye wash station is. Be able to find it blind. Know how it works. This knowledge could save your sight. Keep the eye open and flush for at least 10 minutes. An arc welder is well equipped with an approved face shield. However, there is no protection for a co-worker who stares directly at the stunningly bright light from the arc. The symptoms of flash burns from bright light, including direct or reflected sunlight, do not occur immediately. Several hours later, there may be pain, blurred vision, and intense itching. Cover the eyes with thick, moist pads. Whenever you examine or treat eye injuries, it is important to have clean hands. Handle dressings carefully to avoid contamination. Bandage the pads in place. This condition is usually temporary, but the casualty should be transported to medical aid. The design of safety equipment has improved tremendously in recent years. To be effective, a piece of equipment must protect, but also must be sufficiently comfortable for the worker and not impair his ability to do the job. Sometimes, just for a split second, a worker may feel he needs a better look at a situation. Unfortunately, it only takes a split second for a piece of metal filing to fly off the grinder and embed itself in or around the soft tissue around the eye.
Oh!
Help the casualty to lie down. Direct an assistant to steady and support the head. Never remove an object embedded in the eyeball or in the soft tissue surrounding the eye. Cut a small hole in a pad of sterile dressings. Carefully place the pad over the embedded object. Tape a paper cup over the object to protect it from being jostled. Place a dressing over the good eye. Bandage the dressings and the cup securely in place. Remember that both eyes are bandaged shut to prevent any eye movement which would disturb the embedded object. Comfort and support the casualty. There will be intense pain and shock will be present. Keep him warm. Transport the casualty on a stretcher. Pain, irritation, and even panic are associated with most eye injuries. Comfort and support the casualty. Avoid rubbing. Handle gently. Be as clean as possible. Avoid contamination. To dilute and rinse chemicals from the eye, flush continuously for 10 minutes. Keep the eye open. Cover both eyes to prevent movement of the injured eye. Protect eyes. Most eye injuries can be avoided. Although rarely life-threatening, immediate first aid for eye injuries may prevent permanent loss of sight.
Don't tell him that.
The first aid objectives in the care of all fractures are to prevent further damage and to reduce pain. Help the casualty to steady and support her own arm. Sit her down. A fractured forearm can be readily recognized by swelling, discoloration, and an abnormal shape. The hand and wrist will be limp. Use a padded splint, readily improvised from available materials. A sheaf of newspapers or magazines will do. An extra layer of soft padding improvised from clothing will make the splint more comfortable. Using bandages improvised from socks, secure the splint above and below the fracture. Tie the bandages off against the splint. Avoid any direct pressure on the fracture. Apply an arm sling. Use a triangular bandage or improvise from available materials. Have the casualty support the forearm in a slightly elevated position away from the chest. Ease the bandage under the forearm with the point extending beyond the elbow. Tie off at the hollow above the collarbone on the injured side. Finish off at the elbow by twisting into a pigtail and tuck it in. Ensure that the fingers are exposed so that the fingernails can be checked for any signs of loss of circulation. A fracture of the forearm is not life-threatening, but the casualty must receive medical attention. Assess hazards and make the area safe.
Let me see.
Expose the wound. Call for help and for first aid supplies.
Careful. Oh boy.
Andrew, bring the first aid kit and some splints and towels. Okay, we have to straighten the leg out carefully.
An examination confirms an open fracture of the lower leg. Have an assistant slowly and steadily apply gentle but firm traction to return the limb to a position of natural alignment. An open fracture when the bone protrudes is, of course, more serious than a closed fracture.
Okay.
Dress the wound to control bleeding and to prevent contamination. Protect the protruding bone with a ring pad which will apply indirect pressure around the fracture site. Tent the dressings through the ring pad to avoid direct pressure on the wound.
Yes.
Never disturb a protruding bone.
Okay. Hold them quiet.
Sorry.
When the wound has been dressed and protected, turn your attention to splinting the leg.
It's broken, isn't it?
Oh, yes, I think so. Okay.
Position 5 bandages under the injured leg. Use broad bandages at the thigh and the knee. Use narrow bandages above and below the fracture. And a broad bandage at the ankle. Position padding and a splint on each side of the injured leg.
Yeah.
The splint should be long enough to extend the full length of the leg and beyond the foot. Tie the bandages. First, tie the broad bandage at the thigh. Then tie the broad bandage at the ankle. Tie at the knee, and finally, tie the narrow bandages above and below the fracture.
Okay, I'll go and get the car and we'll get you to the hospital. You stay here and
Thank you.
comfort him.
Even though the leg has been securely immobilized, the two-splint method allows the casualty enough freedom of movement so that he can be assisted into a car for easy transportation to medical aid. When materials for splints are not readily available, the body splint method can be used. With this method, the good leg acts as a splint. First, dress the wound and protect the protruding bone with a ring pad. Place padding between the legs. Position the bandages and secure the legs together. Arrange for transportation to medical aid. Steady and support the injured limb.
Okay. That's
Realign the limb
there.
if possible.
Can you hold this?
Dress the wound to control bleeding and prevent further contamination. Immobilize with padding, splints, and bandages. Fractures of the arm should be supported in a sling. Transport the casualty to medical aid. Be aware that shock will usually be present with a fracture, particularly with a fracture of the large bones in the upper arm or thigh. Try to control shock. Fractures are rarely life-threatening, but you can do much to prevent further damage by gentle handling and securely immobilizing the injured limb.
That's not all.
The Canadian Coast Guard search and rescue ship the Mary Hitchens, just out of Halifax Harbor after a 9-day refit. By any definition, it's a beautiful day in the North Atlantic. Seas are calm. But these same ocean waters can be treacherous with waves reaching the height of a 10-story building. When seas are rough, everything must be secured. Everything is more difficult. Even walking requires greater physical effort and concentration. The ship carries 2 crews, and each puts in a 12-hour day. There are no extra personnel. Everyone has his job. When someone is hurt or incapacitated, it puts an extra workload on everyone else. This adds to stress and fatigue. Safety awareness and ongoing training are essentials on board ship. However, accidents can happen. This seaman got whacked by the heavy hoisting hook of a davit, the crane used on ships to hoist boats, anchors, and cargo.
Okay, guys, careful.
Assess hazards and take steps to make the area safe.
Over.
Call for help.
Down. Okay, Rose, you get the first aid kit and supplies. Scotty, you go tell the captain on the bridge. It's been accident.
My leg.
Yeah. Where's it hurt, Milford?
Oh, it's my leg, mate. Oh.
Assess injuries. Events suggest, and an examination confirms, a fracture of the thigh. There is intense pain, an obvious shortening of one leg, and an unnatural outward turn of the foot. Have an assistant slowly and steadily apply gentle but firm traction to return the limb to a position of natural alignment. Position the 7 bandages. Use bandages at the chest, pelvis, above and below the fracture, at the knees, and lower legs. Always use a narrow bandage at the ankles. Pad between the legs. Direct your assistant to maintain tension as you move the good